It's a game changer. 5 times quicker, 5 times less weed pressure we have in that field. It is a very heavy built machine, but because of the way it's designed, it does not compact the ground. The speed and the accuracy is probably what stands out in my mind the most. You can maintain this machine in less than 5 minutes before you go to the field. It's the most impressive planting machine that we've run on our farm.
Hello folks, I'm Bobby. I'm a customer sales at APV. I'm here all the way from Austria, Europe. Today I'm here in beautiful Pennsylvania. We're here on a field test with a new machine, the GP 750, with a seat bar, with the PS 1600 mounted on the MT2. And I'm here with Steward Beam today. He's actually the guy who bought the first ever GP 600 M1 in the United States. And he's going to talk a little bit about his experience with the GP 600, with grassland reseeding, overseeding with APV products.
Thanks, Bobby. It's a pleasure to be here today. We've had 4 years running our GP 600, and it was very exciting today to watch the new GP 750 run. Just an exciting time to be in the forage business. It's a game changer when it comes to interseeding into existing grasses, establishing new forage crops. It's made a huge difference in our operation in a number of ways that we'll talk about, but the speed and the accuracy is probably what stands out in my mind the most. We routinely plant 12 mile an hour. The accuracy is within just half pound. It's amazing. And then the job 6 months later that we get to harvest and see. These machines, they do not have row units like a conventional drill would have. We're broadcasting that seed in a lot of ways, and you can play with your seeding rates, and we've eliminated rows in our hay fields. And when we eliminate rows in our hay fields, especially on the millets and the alfalfas, that allows us to keep that crop up off the ground more. We don't have any product falling in between the rows. We can run our rakes and tedders higher. And it also means that we get a quicker cover on the ground. When we establish that crop, our goal is for canopy to prevent weeds. And when we can do that 5 times quicker because we're not putting it in a row, then that's essentially 5 times less weed pressure we have in that field. So it's made a huge difference for what we're doing. And that's with interseeding, new stands, renovating old stands, intercropping, the whole 9 yards.
So Steward, you had your GP 600 now for a little over 4 years. What do you think about the wear and tear to the machine?
Our machine has held up above expectations. You never know when you're the first person to try something just what you're getting into, but we had confidence that it would do the job, and 4 years later we're just now considering updating some of the wear items like the tines, and that's after thousands of acres on it. So the machine is built very well. We've had no mechanical failures. The tines held up twice as long as I anticipated. So we've been extremely pleased with that. And the overall structure and frame, you can see on the machine, it is a very heavy built machine. But because of the way it's designed, it does not compact the ground. It distributes the weight back across the cultipackers, pound for pound. It's the most impressive planting machine that we've run on our farm.
And so Steward, when it comes to maintenance on the machine?
These are probably the simplest units that we've ever operated for getting a crop in the ground. And of course you've got grease fittings on your hinge points for the fold up and unfolding the machine. You've got some grease fittings on your cultipacker wheels, but that's it. I mean, you can maintain this machine in less than 5 minutes before you go to the field every day if you run it hard enough to even need to do it every day. Everything is built to where it's easy to maintain, it's free of service. Every few years, if you run it year in, year out, you're going to have to change tines, but overall it is an extremely simple machine to service. Anybody in the operation can get on this machine, service it, and go to the field with it.
So you see, this machine here, the GP 750, is a little different from your GP 600 that you bought 4 years ago, because here we have a special thing, it's called the seed bar, which pushes the seeds right into the ground, other than your GP 600 where you have the dispersion plates. What do you say about that when you see this here in the field today?
I was excited to see this on this machine. Our GP 600 has 4 rows of tines, where this has 2 rows or two tine rows, and then the seed bar. And I think that utilizing this seed bar in the back is going to allow us to plant in some conditions where maybe we didn't enjoy planting in before. You know, if you have extremely heavy dead residue, crop residue that's floating around on the ground, this machine with this seed bar can be ran at 10, 12, 13, 14 mile an hour and still do an accurate job. And it's going to get the seed down on the ground. It's going to do a really nice job, and I look forward to seeing it in use.
It was very nice meeting you today, Steward. Very much thanks for all your input on the machine, and I'm really looking forward to working with you in the future.
Yeah.